What's up, your Commander Super here. I'm playing Elite Dangerous. So last time you saw me, I was in Kalania with 129 million Anya. Well, on me. $129 million. Now, I have half a million, 500,000. Where did it all go, you might ask? If you look at my little ship icon there, flying the Crate Phantom. It's only a $30 million ship. I ended up spending, so that means I ended up spending $90 million outfitting it. And I didn't even get the best gear. $90 million. And I got B rank gear in here. Actually, the bulkheads. The bulkheads are the most expensive thing. They cost 60 million for the best. I got the C or the D rank for 5 million. And then I still ended up spending $90 million. That's insane. It's a badass ship, though. It certainly is. Take a little look at it. We don't have much light, but it is a thing to behold. We'll have to wait till I get to outfitting to show you what it's equipped with. If I do have buyer's remorse, we can sell it for full price. Or I think we might lose 10%, which would be 1.2 million out of 120 million. Not a problem, you know. That was what we did. I'm doing all these missions. We're gonna make a lot more than 1.2 million. So losing 1.2 million on it, not a problem at all. Not a problem. I did find a lot of. There's a lot of A stuff on here, except that one piece that was 60 million. I didn't buy that. That's the only thing. Well, the weapons, you know, and the cargo racks and all the normal things that don't come in A aren't. Well, actually, none of the optional internal is A's. Besides the not even the repair limpets. But it's those things aren't important for A's. The core internals are what's important, and all those are A's except for the bulkheads, which are like a really low rank. Like I think there might even have been only 2 million. If the best is 60 million, and I bought some for 2 million, it's a pretty low rank for bulkheads. But I've been doing a lot of combat missions. I died in the rebuy. Oh my god. Rebuy is $6.5 million. So I'm in debt. Because when I died, I had 2.8. Yeah, it's about $4 million. Well, I've completed some combat missions, so we might not be exactly be 4 million in debt. It might be like 2.5, 3. We're gonna crash into this place. But anyway, I like the Crate Phantom. And the sound of it is beautiful. It sounds beautiful. Powerful. Futuristic. And look at the boost. Okay, my engine capacitor is full. I boost. It's full again. Before I can even boost again, it's already full. I can't boost fast enough to drain it. It's a 7 power plant. 7. So I've engineered it too, but it was pretty damn good before I engineered it. 7 power plant, 6 shields, 5 FSD. Like I could probably go the whole game with using this is my only combat ship, because the next tier of combat ships turn into everything ships, but combat oriented. Like the Anaconda, the Python, people use those for everything, but they look like combat ships. This could be my combat ship for the rest of the game. Because I like to keep it separate. I like to have an exploration ship, a combat ship, a hauling ship, a mining ship. And if there was other categories, I'd like them in their own ships as well, you know? Like smuggling and trading, two separate ships for each one of those. I'm a collector. A collector who likes the finer things. Not really in real life. I mean, I'm a connoisseur. I like finer things. tried like hundreds and hundreds of beers, liquors. Have you ever had cocaine liquor? I have. Absinthe. But I'm not a collector of those things. Not don't have that much money. I'm gonna land, put her down at about 2.5 km out in front. That should, that's what they usually do. Oh, whoa, we gotta hurry up. I don't think we're gonna back out fast enough. We gotta go to the side then. Before we get fined. I have one notoriety. It's been bothering me for the past 2 hours that it hasn't went away. I think they're good. I don't know. Like it seems to me that I've been playing for 2 hours, and they say if 1 point is supposed to drop every 2 hours. Maybe I had two, and it dropped down to one. That's like I know. I'm fairly confident it's been more than 2 hours though. My logs even say that it's been 2 hours. Maybe I read that wrong though. That's more likely than anything else. I guess I could show you the weapons, right? I got hatchbreaker, recon limpets, collector limpets, FSD interdictor, 2 frag cannons, 2 beam lasers, and that's about it. The same, we've used this exact same loadout before. The difference is this has extra cargo slots. This has 3 5 slots that I don't have anything to put in them. There's 6 is a shield, and there's 3 5s. This can take a fighter hangar from what Coriolis.io leads me to believe, but I haven't tried it. Yeah, I have tried it. When I selected one of the 5 slots and then went to equip something in it, it showed me the fighter bays, and I could have bought one and put it in there, but I didn't want one. We're in a fighter. Why would we have a fighter bay? Do they think we're gonna go to fucking war or something? Christ. I mean, we could, but there's no money in it. You know, nobody goes to those combat zones. Didn't realize I had my throttle up. Yeah, outside of missions, nobody goes to those combat conflict zones. So of course, I got the planetary vehicle hangar. How could I not? Like the drop ship is where we originated this loadout from, and we've just put it in every combat ship since then because it's a tier of ships that are slightly better than one another. Deployment. Oh, we did deploy, didn't we? But I like this, and I like the looks of it, and I like its loadout. Reminds me of when I was doing the Vipers and the Cobras, and how I loved it. Like it was such a step up from our other ships, but it was small and it could only do combat, and so that's why I did a lot of combat. Like this is it's very slightly, little bit better than our drop ship and our Imperial Courier. But it's actually, it's a lot better than our Imperial and Courier. Yeah, quite a bit. Maybe I'm confusing. I don't know. It's definitely like the Alliance Chieftain. You know, almost exactly. It might have one extra gun slot or something. It's been hard to get it outfitted out here in Colonia. Oh crap! I engineered the FSD and got it up to 27 light years, which is it's one of the better jump ranges for a combat ship. Didn't the drop ship have like 9 or 10? Yeah, the Federal ships are the worst ships in the game when it comes to jump range. But I like it a lot better than for 30,000, and the Alliance Chieftain was 22. It is so much better. We think we need to sell some of those things, but I want to cut them up, chop them up, and get what we can out of them. Monetarily wise, of course, because if we sell it, we're gonna get the price of the ship, 22 million. But if we take all the parts out and sell those, we'll get an extra 80 million. So I'm not gonna sell it straight up. I made that mistake in my first save, and boy was I pissed. Oh, couldn't see the rock there. Cost me dearly. What a fucking beautiful sky. And look, there's a planet set, a gas giant set. We never get to land on planets where the sun's out. Never, ever, ever. But when we're mining, we're always blinded by the sun and can't find any core asteroids. I got a mine. I still haven't unlocked that engineer, but I unlocked a different engineer. I unlocked Mei Chung or something like that. All we had to do was make a delivery. It looks like... Oh, the ship left off without me there. It looks like the engineers repeat. Like the engineers out here engineer the same parts as the engineers back in the bubble. So we're gonna have to see about that. How far? Oh, whoa, 1,200 meters away. There's some outcroppings, which are much better on these planets than at geological signals. Geological signals are more for codex discoveries, to me it seems. Because each outcropping we get down here, you follow your radar, each outcropping you get 5 materials at least. And if you go to a geological signal, you get 1 per rock, 1 per outcropping. There's a lot more outcroppings clustered together, but I would rather get 5 each attempt. You know, it makes less work, less physical labor involved. You just have to drive farther. Christ almighty. And I don't know which way I was going. This is the way. Okay, I can turn the lights on, I guess. Now there's a bunch more outcroppings, man. Let's go to the closest one first, I guess. And from there we can probably summon the ship. And I guess it's probably about the quality of what you get from the outcroppings. The quality is probably better at geological signals. I have to experiment and see. Look at that, 5. Count. Better to go on a high gravity system though, so you don't have to wait for everything to fall down. Sulfur's full once again. We're missing encoded emissions like data beacons or private data beacons or something. Wherever we get those, I think that's from a certain type of signal sources. What is that off in the distance? There's nothing special about it on our radar. Is that the settlement? Yeah, okay, well I'm not going there. You would think that would have something special on the radar anyway. I don't feel like getting in combat again. How's my notoriety? Still at 1. Yeah, something's not right about this timer. Hurry up, you're gonna get spotted. AI. Yeah. Cool, we have a stop in this ship. I was, oh, drive assist for the SRV, okay.
You have entered a trespass zone. Landing gear retracted.
I got repair Olympus. That's what I forgot to mention on my fire groups. Okay, we made it out in time.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
I don't have a shield booster or point defense. You gotta go kill this guy. He's not in the system, is he? I'm taking out Brian's thugs.
Frameshift drive charging.
So I got a 4D hull reinforcement, or module reinforcement. This one had canopy problems when I first started fighting it. And it's like the Chieftain. Big badass luxury ass combat ships. Windshields break out on like 2 shots. So you're automatically like, why did I waste my fucking money?
Incoming mission critical message.
Oh, we haven't been here before. Thought I had my scanner selected. I saw him at the nav beacon. 47 Christies. I almost want to say skip it and just get on with the mission. I can do this stuff in my spare time. You don't need to see me do that shit over and over and over. We're not here for a settlement. Did we even get the signal source? So we got, there we go. He's at B. He's just hanging out by the, well, he's going to interdict us anyway. So he's hanging out by the second sun, 600,000 light seconds away. Wish we could scan while we were moving, but we cannot. A lot of dangerous pilots out in Colonia. The problem I lost in combat wasn't that anything's not good or I didn't equip it right. It was because I took all these missions at once and I had notoriety and I was wanted. So while I was hunting down my pirates, I would stop in a populated area of space, right? And there'd be 2 or 3 of my mission targets there, two other planes that were wanted or clean or whatever, and then somebody would jump out of Super Cruise and try to take me down while all them people were there because I had notoriety and bounties on me. I don't even think I got the bounties in the ship. I don't remember. I must have, but it was taken out. God, it's so long I don't even remember. So I had all these mission targets, extra people there that were chasing me for bounties, and then people chased me because of my notoriety. And they were shooting bombs at me. I was getting incoming missile warnings. And the first time I got away at 10% hull strength. I just got into Super Cruise. And then the second time, I wasn't so quick enough. And then one time, I didn't get away. I just shut off the game before I exploded because my frame shift drive wouldn't charge fast enough. And I started charging it at like 40%, and then eventually it got down to 10. I mean, I don't know, it just wouldn't charge. So this has a six shield slot, 5 cargo rack, 5 cargo rack, 5 cargo rack, 3 Empty 3, empty 3, empty 2, and 1. So I got operations, limpets, recon, hatchbreaker, 3A FSD interdictor, planetary vehicle hangar, 5D passenger business class passenger cabin, 5D module reinforcement package, 5E cargo rack, 6 shield, 3C beam laser, 3C beam laser both turreted, 2D frag cannon, 2D frag cannon both turreted, 7A power plant, 6A thrusters, 5A frameshift drive, 4A life support, 7A power distributor, 6A sensors. Yeah, like I could sit here and it doesn't lose, go down. It goes down like 2 bars, and it's fully charged, but the boost hasn't reset, so I can't use it again. It's crazy. Still at 500. Couldn't remember what to put in it, so we're gonna piracy. We're gonna do that. I got weapons, cargo racks. Got the interdictor, the limpets. I need the scan. I need a manifest scanner and a wake scanner. And then what else? Mercenary work. Weapons, shield, got those. Shield cell back. I don't like those. Those are very inconvenient to use. Bounty hunting. Weapons, shield, kill warrant scanner. I don't want the kill warrant scanner. I want the wake scanner and the manifest scanner. It's not. It's just an extra cargo slot. Like I mean, this has 2 3s, 2 large weapons. That might be different. The other one could have had 1 large one and 2 mediums. I remember one of our ships had that. And then the core internals bump it up to from 6 to 7. But I like it. And we could get rid of the passenger cabin and get something, and we can get rid of the modular reinforcement and get something. Don't know what. So I was also thinking about turning it into a Xeno hunting vessel. I've never done that. Handbook should tell you, and I mean they mark the specific places that are Xeno have Xeno gear at them with like hazard symbols and highlighting them. So that part's easy. Plus they tell you where the aliens are at in Galnet, and they also will tell you in the codex, I'm sure. Yeah, we made a lot of discoveries in a short period of time once we got to this place. Where's the black hole at? I've only seen one other one of those. It's close, it's close, it's real close. Yeah, see 2 engineers. That's what I was gonna look at. See, this guy I just unlocked was Mel Brand. He works on laser weapons, frameshift drives and thrusters, and shields. We've already engineered all those back in the bubble. Laser weapons was this guy that does pulse lasers. He also does beam lasers, because that's all we use is beam lasers. Shields, we've got shield generators with the Vira Martok. Frameshift drives, we got 2 people back in the bubble that do FSDs. Felicity Farseer and Elvira Martok. Engines or thrusters, we've got engines and thrusters, Felicity Farseer back in the bubble. This one guy is single-handedly going to replace all our engineers back in the bubble. And plus, there's another one out here. The first one we came to see was, I don't know, but there was another one. Here's another shield generators and boosters. Christ. Another frag. So this is a dupe. Shield, well, boosters. Oh, wait, I think we already did have boosters. Yeah, the person up here who does shields did boosters, I think. But anyway, there's just duplicates over and over again. Where was that? Frag cannons and multi cannons. Guess who does cannons? Todd the Blaster. Multi cannons, frag cannons. Power plants, power distros. Guess who does those? Someone back in the bubble by the name of the Dweller. Power distributors. He does power plants too, I believe. Explosive weaponry, armor, and countermeasures. Those are new, but I'm not sure they're in. I don't know where they're at. I don't know where missiles and mines person is either. I mean, it's a good thing, I guess, because now that we're out here and we need to engineer shit, because like I don't want to go back. I want to stay here and get enough money to get the fleet carrier to go back. But we're good on engineering materials and we're good on scan data. What we need is these. They don't see. They're not even in. They don't even have a list of them. This is what we get from scanning ships, right? We're good on that. Oh, this is ships and data beacons. Signal sources. I guess it is, but I don't know which kind. Let's see. Private data beacons from deep space and signal sources. I guess so. This is not from ships. These things we need. It says very rare. So, but I mean, they're out here in Colonia. But like we're maxed out on other shit and have zero of those. Like the materials you get from fighting people, maxed out on. The shit you get from mining or collecting on land, we're not quite maxed out at mining, but shit you get from collecting on land, we're maxed out on. You know, sulfur. Except we need arsenic. We need that for a pin engineering blueprint. Let me see. It's yep. For FSD, it's not gonna say. It's used for all those and an engineering blueprint. And that little icon right there means it's pinned at the end of the meter. 7, I didn't think we had that much boron. I bet you that's from mining, yeah. Which we do need to mine because we still need to unlock the first engineer, the one we came out here for. She wants 10 osmio. Marcia Hicks. Yeah. I was going to, as soon as I finished this checklist of missions here. Got a black box salvage operation. The rest of pirate mission, combat missions. That is a cool looking ship. It's abnormal, unproportionately large when you get out and look at it on land. Kind of in the camera too, but when you down in the SRV, it just looks too big to be sleek and aerodynamic. It's like nothing that big is gonna be sleek, aerodynamic, or stealthy. It's just huge. But I like it. Wish that we had a light. Like our lights are on, but you can't even tell. Kind of looks like There they are. A Star Trek style ship. It's all flat and rough edges. Star Trek doesn't have rough edges. They have a big flat circle out in front of their ship. What is that? Probably a gas giant. See, well, what's so cool about that is we can interdict people, we can steal cargo from people, we can land on surface and do espionage, we can do hacking missions in the sky, we can rescue people from space stations, we can smuggle goods, we can do everything combat or danger related like that, in the game without having to switch out equipment. And still have the ability to repair ourselves in the middle of a battle with the auto field maintenance unit. It's top of the line. Yeah, everything in their list. We can do everything in piracy, everything in trade and smuggling, everything in mercenary work, everything in bounty hunting, everything in salvage and rescue, all without switching anything out. That's half the activities in the game we can do in one ship and look badass doing it. Like we can hold a lot of cargo here. My inventory is 32, but I could make it 64 without any problems right now. I would just get rid of the module reinforcement package, or I could keep the module reinforcement package and get rid of the business passenger cabin, because that's rescuing people. Like, it's cool that we can and be prepared for it with no problems, but it's such a rare occurrence that we might as well just not prepare for it. But then again, we have no 32 cargo is more than enough for all the combat missions. We've got no reason to have any more cargo. So it's like we've got extra slots with no use for them. Like we could equip a fighter hangar, and then when we go into conflict zones where it's two groups fighting, that fighter would be all right. We could mine with it, but then we would have to rotate other things. We could fit a refinery in the cargo space, but we'd have to rotate out the weapons. What a pain traveling this far. See, if we get through this whole video and my notoriety hasn't left, I know something's wrong because I've been checking it for an hour at least. The auto field maintenance unit I have 3C though. Got one shield booster, 1 point defense, and then a manifest scanner. Couldn't find me. Weight frame shift weight drive scanner. Operations limpet, repair limpet. One cargo rack. They didn't list the passenger cabin, but we can see it here. Business class holds 10. Like, just the fact we can have a fully equipped fighter plane with 32 cargo and a passenger cabin that's rare. Not the Alliance Chieftain or the drop ship could do that. Definitely not the Courier. That was probably the least accommodating. It's a very specialized plane, but it was good at what it was specialized for. The dropship and the chieftain, like they weren't attempting to be specialized, they were trying to do more than they're capable of. And then you add the weak canopies to it. Nobody likes those ships. Like in the bigger price difference, you could tell it's a tier upgrade because all three of those ships were like 19 million, 20 million, 21 million, 22 million, and this one's 30 million. So what's after this? Oh, the Crate Mark II, duh. which goes up by 8 million again. That's a big bump. And it's the version 2 of the ship. That one probably has 8s. Yeah, we're definitely, everything else from here on out is top of the line. And it sucks that there's so many of them are combat, because, if there's 6 combat ships that are that are supposed to be combat ships but can do everything, why are we supposed to what are we supposed to choose by? They all know, like, they I'm not partial to any of their looks. They all look either good or they all look bad. Sure, there's ugly ones, but the combat ships that can do everything that look good are numerous. So, and then they all look the same. I think. Well, we'll probably end up keeping them all. I'm surprised we haven't gotten interdicted yet. Got a dirty windshield or something? Look at the spots and streaks on it. Got any contacts? No. This guy's probably not going to interdict us because we had to go hack a settlement and see where he's at. We might have to go back to the nav beacon. We won't. But if we had to hack a settlement to find him, I really don't think he's going to show up. That would defeat the purpose. And I'm glad we can scan the signal sources from this screen, because that should give us his location. Might as well scan the planets then. We still have a gas giant. Yeah, this one's gonna have. This one will probably get sold. The crate Phantom. If there's a crate Mark II, it's got to be everything good about this and better. So why we don't need 2 of them? And then keep all the Imperial ships that buy the Courier, the Clipper, and the Cutter. And I'll keep one of those, and then keep one of the Federal ships, and keep one of the Alliance ships. Just to collect, I guess. There's so many fighters. And from here on out, they like do everything. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Anaconda, the Python, Crate Mark II, the Mamba, the Fertilance. I think the Fertilance was very, very, only does combat. That's what the description says. So it's very limited as to what it do. It's a combat ship. And why would you choose a combat ship that's very limited when you could choose a better combat ship that does everything? Which is what we have now. I don't know how. Like, it better have like 4 large hard points, 8 shield, just no cargo space. That's the only reason. If you say a combat ship is restricted to combat, that means it doesn't have a cargo rack. That's all it can mean. What do they think? We're putting like jacuzzis and shit in here? Why couldn't they just say there's no cargo in it? You know? That was our mission signal. I guess that's our signal to get on with the mission here. Mission threat level 1, 60,000 light seconds where we came from. We must have been in the lane we came in past him. Combat's good in this ship, but all I've been doing are missions below, like, they're not below, they're exactly at our recommended rank or whatever. But I don't know, there was a couple combat ships we buy in a row there. I think it was the Vulture and then something before the Vulture. Like, we were taking on missions above our rank, $1 million missions. It was easy. We were doing lots of them and not even getting close to dying. But then we got to some of these like, more expensive ships, and we started to select the same missions, $1 million missions, and we would lose, we would have a hard time, and that was how it was with the Cobras and the Vipers. We were fighting above our rank, and then the more expensive ships we couldn't. I don't get why that was. That is, but yeah, 700,000, 400,000. That's the black box mission, 1.2 million. That was another one for 1.2. Like, I haven't tried to go above the rank. Well, I think I had one, and I must have completed it because there was one pirate ship one ship I shot down. In the info panel in the top right, it said $100,000 bounty, and then in this panel, it said $300,000 bounty. I think that was, I don't know why I didn't turn it in, but I don't remember getting $1 million. That might have been $1 million mission. I picked one, and I haven't been keeping track of it though. I know that guy he was wanted. He wasn't the mission target, and he was fighting with the system authorities. So he got down to like 6%, and I started beaming my lasers at him, so I got the reward. But there's been a problem with the lasers. They won't fire continuously, and then sometimes when I press the trigger, they won't fire at all. And I'm in range, and my power supply is excellent, so I don't know what the deal is with that. Hopefully you can see it without all these distractions in the video. We can get to the combat. This guy was easy, 400,000. This guy was easy, 700,000. This guy was easy, 180,000. Wow. This guy was easy, 600,000. We already got like $3 million waiting for us. That'll just clear my debt. What does it say I have debt still? Yeah. Akanar, Founders World, that's Shinrarta Desra. Remaining $7 million remaining loan. Damn. That doesn't seem right because I must have died twice. Oh no, it's 2.7 current. Remaining is how much I can borrow because the maximum is 10 million. So I owe 2.7. I can still borrow 7.2. No tax rate. We still need to. We visited Sirius. There was nothing there, just a couple stars and maybe like a gas giant. HIP 22,460. I don't know. Remember anything about that? Akanar, we went to HIP 22,460. Let's check it out. I think this is back in the training area or somewhere around there. 22,460. We've looked it up before. I know it's in the bubble. But there's no system map, so we haven't been there. That's weird. Yeah, that was probably. I thought that was too far away. Probably. I don't know why we got that. What its significance is. Maybe I'll look that up. Some lore here. Can he survive a trip? What? It's not that far, man. Top results is a BBS post. Can you guys survive the trip? Yeah, you can. Near oh, it's a Thargoid system. It's near Pleiades. It was a major staging point for the covert paramilitary unit Black Flight, a research hub for Project Seraph, analyzing two local Thargoid surface sites. Okay, so that's cool. Oh man, how did I overlook that? I probably wouldn't even have came to Colonia if I would have remembered that. 'Cause I just got bored and wanted something new. And that's very new. Thargoid surface sites and a permit lock system right near the bubble. Yeah, that would entertain me. For sure. I've already tried to fight a Thargoid in a very low level ship and like instantly destroyed us. But it was nice to get a look at them and whatnot. No, the cops will not come. That's what that meant. But they're already here, so what's the deal with that? Two of them. This is our guy. It's our guy. Watch my lasers. They will not fire properly for some reason. Sometimes they will. So now they're not working. Why is that? Oh, there they go. They said they're in range. They're turreted, so I shouldn't have to aim. The shields are down. These frag cannons work well. I like them. Shoot your ass with buckshot. They're not overheating. They're not losing power. But they just stopped working. Now they're not working. He was in range. I don't get it.
Target shields online.
Not working.
Target shields offline.
He's dead. See, we still do well.
Complete. Target destroyed.
Yeah, he was a very weak, low-level guy. I don't know why they stopped working at points in time. Let's go scan this one. We've scanned him already. No sense can be made of it. Another one bites dust. Was there something I was gonna do? And besides, no, I guess I was just gonna do the combat, wasn't I?
Frameshift drive charging.
Easy. Good, you can't take a loan without destroying your ship. I'd take a $5 billion loan and be working it off for the rest of my time playing the game. So I can get the fleet carrier. Have we been here? No. 11 of them. That's a message. Nav beacon scan data. Whoa, we got 3 guys all in this system. Jeez. That guy's in a Mamba. That was like $60 million ship. Stress call. What was that noise for? I will not slow down. I lost me signal here. I thought there was 3. What happened to it?
Incoming mission critical message.
What could you possibly have to say right to me right now? Scan data. There's that 3rd one I was just complaining about. We're about to get interdicted by our boy. Fine by me. Can't lose focus on it this close to scan ships because we'll miss our jump or exit. I love the big wide open cockpit. Our last ship had a bar across the center, top center. Also, the floor is awesome looking at the front of the. It's weird on the least likeliest ship to have a big canopy has the best canopy. I guess the bigger and better canopy than our hauler and our mining vessel for some reason. Just our guy in a Cobra, I bet. Like a Cobra cannot possibly be good enough to beat us. I don't care what his rank is, how much money the mission's paying. Guy's in a Cobra. He's not gonna survive long. I guess our rank isn't as high as our ship quality because our rank matches this mission, but our ship is like 4 times better. So I don't know what I've done wrong. Must be too good for my own rank. I'm too sexy for my rank. Too sexy for my rank. So sexy I stink. 30% already. Down he goes.
Incoming mission critical message.
See, not if we were just getting bounties, it wouldn't even be worth it. $60,000. It's not even 6 digits. I'm gonna scan this guy in the suicide winder. Suicider. Whatever it's called. Consider him taken down, if you will. These, oh, black box. I know one of these black boxes here. We've still got the signal for it. Compromised nav beacon. Cool.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, if I put no pips to engines, I can still get 3 boosts. It won't recharge. But you know, I won't need it too most of the time because the combat will be over and I'll be back in Super Cruise. It's a damn good power plant in this beast. You would think, it'd be hard to notice any improvements. Because sure, we went from a 5 power plant to a 7 power plant, but we also went from a 30-ton ship to a 50-ton ship. So you think there would be diminishing returns on these upgrades. And it would more just to maintain the level you've already had, but with the bigger ship. But no, it's a noticeable improvement. It's not just scaling. Cruise ship. It really adds a lot to the end game and it's satisfying. Let's flip the bitch on him in the last 5 minutes. Come on, let me out.
Compromised.
Christ. I don't know who this guy is or what he wants. He's just wanted. He's not a mission target. Must be the bounty on our head.
Under attack.
It's an alliance chieftain, which is not as good as our ship, not as expensive as our ship. Who's to say if it's as good or not? Down to 87. $78, $79. And we've still got shields. 63. That was a nice pass. The grasshopper. The water walker. 50. 26. What a collision. And now he's trying to run. Fly your ass, stupid ass into me, and now you want to run, huh? That's not gonna happen, buddy. And now when them 3 boosts are gonna come in very handy. Now, man, we almost had him. I don't know why I couldn't hit him right there. Seems like we should have got him, don't it?
Ready to engage.
Well, I'm off to pick up some black box.
3, 2, 1. Engage.
About out of time. And we're going in the wrong direction. We're pretty close though, it looks like. 60 light seconds? That's damn close. It's going too fast. Here she is, mate. So we're gonna get to see if there's pirates or if I get an easy pickup. Seems like an eternity. Come on, mega meters. Come on, mega meters. Seems like the closer we get, the slower it goes. That's the way it is, I guess. With an outer space inertia or whatever. Outer space physics. This has been your Commander Super here.
Mission objective.
Shooting some pirates and Elite Dangerous. Help me a lot if you could like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next mission. We might end up, nope, we're good. A lot of junk out here. Indeed, a lot of black boxes too. There's 3. I think they're 30,000 a piece on the black market, so we could get $60,000 extra. It's not worth it really, but I'm glad they're here in case I destroy the first one. I'm not even gonna pick up any of that junk. That's like not even 1,000 credits for, it's ridiculous. And that's it. My last box.